to the area right now. Tracy will have an update on where and what type of precipitation to expect today.
Plus, the father of the accused Highland Park parade shooter will be arraigned in court this morning. We're live with the latest.
And the Bears close on a deal to buy this property. The team one step closer to moving to the suburbs as we welcome you on a busy Thursday morning.
Live from Chicago's #1 news, ABC 7 Eyewitness News at 7 starts streaming now.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Good to be with you on this Thursday, Friday Eve. I'm Terrell Brown.
And this morning I woke up, I kept thinking it was Friday, but it's not Friday. It is Friday Eve, as he said. I'm Val Warner on the 16th day of February, which is an AccuWeather alert day. So we're going to get right over to Tracy with a look at what we're in store for. Tracy.
Yeah, live look at those waves on Lake Michigan. And I think we're going to really see those building throughout the day. So much, in fact, that the Weather Service issued a lakeshore flood advisory that kicks in at 3 o'clock this afternoon. But right now, watching the radars, precipitation is continuing to kind of gather and close in on the area. In fact, where we're seeing a little bit of a mix, and the Weather Service put out a little special weather statement a bit ago saying we are getting reports of some snow, sleet, and all rain. Morris through Simerton looks like it's rain. Most likely, if you're in the Plano area, you're probably getting a little bit of sleet trying to mix in there. Here in Chicago, not really seeing much other than there have been a couple of flurries reported. But right now, those temperatures are mainly in the mid-30s across much of the area. Colder off to the north and west. The day ahead is going to provide us with a mixed bag of precipitation. More impact to the afternoon, evening rush. We'll talk more about that in my next report. Roz?
Watching the expressway congestion, we're looking at about 35 minutes plus travel times between the tri-state and downtown. But I'm also looking at a lot of the cameras. Here's the White Sox camera, and yes, we've got some wet pavement. You can see the clouds. You can see that the rain's moved in. We also have Storm Tracker Live. They have been coming in. They went all the way up to Wisconsin and back. And Chopper 7, they're out in the Schaumburg area where we can see some of those snow clouds. Very misty, but in the distance, right in the center of your screen, that's a little bit of snowfall making its way along Route 53, so just take it easy out there. Val and Terrell.
All right, Roz, thank you. Today, Robert Cremo Jr. will be in court this morning. He is the father of Highland Park shooting suspect.
Yeah, a grand jury indicted him yesterday. Jessica D'Onofrio was live at the Lake County Courthouse in Waukegan with more on the charges he's facing, Jess.
Val and Terrell, an attorney for Robert Cremo Jr., has called the accusations against his client baseless. Today, Cremo is expected in court at 11 a.m., and we expect him to enter a plea. Yesterday, a grand jury formally indicted him on 7 counts of reckless conduct. Prosecutors say the 58-year-old helped his son, Robert Cremo III, obtain a gun license years before the shooting at the Highland Park 4th of July parade last year, even though the then 19-year-old had threatened violence. The elder Cremo was arrested in December, also on 7 felony counts of reckless conduct, 1 for each person killed at the parade. Each count carries a maximum 3-year prison term. The longtime resident and well-known figure in Highland Park was released after his arrest on a $50,000 bond. Now, in a brief statement, the state's attorney in Lake County, Illinois said, quote, "Parents who help their kids get weapons of war are morally and legally responsible when those kids hurt others with those weapons. We presented our evidence to a grand jury and they agreed the case should move forward. We will continue to seek justice for the victims and prosecute those who endanger the community," end quote. Meanwhile, Cremo's son is behind bars at this point awaiting trial. Val and Terrell, back to you.
Jessica D'Onofrio, Jess, thank you. The city of Highland Park is revealing its plans to honor the 7 people killed in last year's parade shooting. The 4th of July this year will begin with a remembrance ceremony at City Hall. Then there will be a community walk following the 2022 parade route that ends with a picnic in Sunset Woods Park. The park is meant to symbolize the reclaiming of Highland Park while residents build resiliency together. The community walk is not a parade. It'll not include floats or performers.
This broke overnight. A man inside a home has been killed in Chicago's West Englewood neighborhood. Investigators say someone fired shots from the street into the home in the 1800 block of West 69th Street around 12:30 a.m. At least 20 shots were fired, killing a 19-year-old man. No one is in custody at this time.
I'm going to get you an update on this breaking news. El Paso, Texas, we go here, and a gunman killed one person and hurt 3 others inside of a mall.
The shooting came just days after 3 people were killed at Michigan State University and amid renewed calls for stricter gun laws. ABC's Ike Kajachi joins us live from Washington with more on this. Ike.
Good morning, Val. Good morning, Terrell. The mall is located near a Walmart where 23 people were killed in a racial shooting from 2019. This morning, the city of El Paso experiencing yet another mass shooting.
We have 2 young male subjects on the upper level by the food court that have been shot.
2 people, both males, are in custody after a shooting inside the Cielo Vista Mall killed 1 person and injured 3 others. The incident happening adjacent to the Walmart where 23 people lost their lives in a racist shooting from 2019. Investigators say shots rang out near the mall food court. An off-duty officer who was working security at the time got to the scene within minutes and arrested a person.
A great deal of credit needs to go out to the off-duty officer that was able to get one of these individuals in custody in a very quick amount of time.
People seen fleeing the mall once the shots started.
We were going through an emergency exit, but people were pushing and shoving, and it was just understandable because they were scared.
It was just pure terrifying. I didn't know what to do.
This latest shooting comes as thousands of students and community members at Michigan State University held a vigil in honor of the 3 students killed during Monday's mass shooting on campus.
Our hearts are heavy. Our loss has been great. Our lives have been permanently changed.
We shouldn't have to live like this. We are the only country in the world where guns are the #1 killer of young people.
Other Michigan students channeling their grief into protests, gathering at the Capitol in Lansing to urge gun reform. And in Buffalo, tensions running high in court as 19-year-old Peyton Gendron was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole after being found guilty in the racially charged mass shooting that killed 10 people inside a Buffalo supermarket. Now, as for the El Paso mall shooting, officers say they are still searching for a motive. Val and Terrell, back to you.
Ike Kajachi in Washington this morning. Ike, good to see you. Thank you so much. The I-Team is tracking the work of federal law enforcement agents. They are on the hunt right now to find the motive of this MSU attack. Investigators are now digging into the suspect's social media accounts. He's linked to a fascination with exorcism. A nonpartisan think tank focused on extremism is also analyzing his digital footprint. Their report suggests he may have been influenced by a perceived war with demons. Authorities say they're still searching for an exact motive. Video coming in shows a huge fire in Central Florida. Officials say 5 acres of plastic planters at a nursery caught fire overnight. These pictures are incredible. Crews in the county there are working to keep it from spreading. Several departments are responding to this. No word yet on any injuries.
Investigators in Alabama are trying to find what caused a Black Hawk helicopter to crash yesterday. 2 members of the Tennessee National Guard were killed. A home security camera caught the final moments before the crash. One resident is calling the pilot a hero because it appears he was trying to steer the helicopter away from a subdivision. The Children's Museum will celebrate the Water City exhibit with a ribbon cutting. It is happening at 3 this afternoon inside of Navy Pier. The exhibit combines interactive, playful learning activities with water tools for kids.
Nice. Mayor Lori Lightfoot is talking about the news that the Bears closed a deal for property in Arlington Heights.
Diane Pathew joins us with the very latest on this agreement. Diane.
Val and Terrell, it's a significant step right now, but it's not a commitment to relocate the team yet. The team still needs to secure public money before making a final decision. After closing the $200 million deal, Bears officials said it's an important step in the ongoing evaluation of the opportunity. If they develop the more than 300-acre property in Arlington Heights, the team will build an enclosed stadium, but they're asking the village, the county, and the state for an unspecified amount of tax dollars for a multi-use entertainment district, as well as a freeze on the assessed value of the property for 4 decades. The mayor of Arlington Heights is confident the deal will happen.
We want this to be a win-win for everybody. And so we're doing all we can. I know the Bears are doing all we can to make sure that everybody's best interests are protected.
Mayor Lightfoot's office said it can now officially negotiate with the team. Prior to this closing, the Bears were legally barred from talking to the city. In a statement, her office says in part, quote, now that the land deal has closed, we have an even better opportunity to continue making the business case as to why the Bears should remain in Chicago. In an effort to keep the team here, the city recently released proposals to renovate Soldier Field, adding a dome and expanding seating, among other changes. Val and Terrell?
All right, Diane, we shall see. Thank you. There are several events today to celebrate Black History Month. The Chicago Park District hosts a celebration featuring poetry and cultural exhibits. That is from 5 to 7 tonight at Foster Park. And then Cook Board President Tony Preckwinkle will join county health leaders for a virtual panel discussion. They will talk about health equity and health issues that impact the Black community. And the DuSable Museum, coming to America, will celebrate the history of Ghana, Egypt, Nigeria, and South Africa. The celebration will include face painting, crafts, performances, and traditional African cuisine recipes.
And this afternoon, we'll get a preview of the Moen Water City exhibit at the Chicago Children's Museum at Navy Pier. The interactive display shows kids how water is moved through the city and the way rain is used. Moen Water City opens to the public a week from today.
Your live and local news is just getting started as we stream out loud this morning. Coming up, the Biden administration is awarding $188 million in grants to support mental health and student wellness in U.S. schools. How Illinois is benefiting.
But first, Tracy's got your AccuWeather forecast that's on the way.
Hi, I'm Jason Knowles. Fake unlicensed cabs putting you at risk. The ABC 7i team goes on an undercover sting as agents track them down. The warning signs and the easiest way to spot an illegal cab. What we uncover tonight at 10 on ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Good morning to you. So getting more and more reports of precipitation closing in on the area here this morning. So what we're going to continue to see here evolving this morning, kind of a mix of rain, sleet, even some snow. And then this afternoon, there will still be kind of a mix of precipitation that changes over to all snow. Now, not precipitating constantly here this morning. I'll show you the radar in just a second. Just a little bit of impact weather-wise here for our morning rush. And I've been saying this all morning long. I think more so we're going to have to get ready, get salt ready, more so for that afternoon and evening rush today. And this evening, by the time it's all done for the area, we're looking at 3 to 6 inches of snow far northern suburbs, lower amounts certainly here in the city west. And over in northwest Indiana, though, we're watching for some lake effect impact there. Just saw the observation out at Midway reporting some light sleet. Also, got some reports from Carlene, who works in our newsroom, said, yeah, she got hit with a few sleet pellets just coming into work this morning. But off to the south, Worth, down through Peatone, getting reports of rain there. So we do have these winter alerts that are in effect right now. Precipitation kind of continues to close in on us. Then as we get toward about maybe 9 o'clock-ish, we get a little bit of a dry slot, and that means it's going to be a little quiet for a while before we start to see the radar filling back in for that afternoon and evening commute when it does change over to all snow. Here are the snowfall totals that I'm kind of going with this setup today, but just bear in mind, still at times we're going to have some light sleet, maybe even some freezing rain playing a role in this forecast today. Roz?
This time around, I want to start with airport delays. So if you're catching a flight at O'Hare, 188 have been canceled. not so much delays, 15-minute delays, but at Midway, we're still holding with cancellations of 119 flights. Again, 15-minute average delay, so check before you go. Travel times, they're still averaging about 35 minutes, but I suspect that's going to increase because now we've got several new crashes. This one is inbound on the Edens just before Tower. It's a car spun out facing the wrong way, so IDOT just pulled up on it. We have this crash on the outbound Kennedy near Canfield. IDOT is heading in that direction. And then we've got IDOT assisting state police with this crash on the outbound side of the Dan Ryan. 73rd, you can see that big outbound delay. It starts at the Skyway all the way to 73rd, 2 right lanes, and the exit ramp are blocked with this crash. Val.
All right, Roz, thank you. With the election now less than 2 weeks away, Chicago mayoral candidate Jesus Chuy Garcia picked up another endorsement from former Cook County Clerk David Orr. Orr called Garcia a true progressive. Congresswoman Jan Schakowsky has also endorsed Garcia and was there for yesterday's announcement. Mayoral candidate Brandon Johnson campaigned in Little Village yesterday. The Cook County Commissioner visited a home child care center and talked about his plan to push for a publicly funded child care system. Governor J.B. Pritzker focused on early childhood education during his budget and State of the State address. His Smart Start Illinois plan calls for giving all 3- and 4-year-olds access to preschool. It will continue a plan that creates a pipeline of pre-K workers from community colleges and universities.
In the first year alone, 5,000 more seats will be available for children across the state.
Some Republican lawmakers say they're concerned about committing to long-term spending when the state may not have revenue in the future to fund it. New this morning, the White House is awarding $188 million in grants to support mental health and student wellness in U.S. schools. Now, that announcement was just about an hour and a half ago. The money will help districts hire and train more than 10,000 mental health providers in more than 30 states. In Illinois, grant recipients include the Illinois State Board of Education, Chicago Board of Education, and Skokie School District 69. They also include Crystal Lake Community Consolidated School District 47, Cook County School District 130, and Region 6 West Cook ISC 2. Still to stream this morning, some young Cubs fans get a big surprise. Spring training is on the calendar for them. And then later this hour, we're looking back on the 50-year career of Raquel Welch.
Any other year. Eyewitness News streaming at 7 continues after a break.
"19 past the hour, the Bears teamed up with local nonprofit organizations Midwest Dairy in a continued effort to support local schools. The team hosted the NFL Fuel Up to Play 60 hometown grant event. It all happened at Round Lake High School last night on top of a visit from Bears running back David Montgomery. The team donated $10,000 to help develop a girls' flag football team.
Seeing a lot more of that.
Yeah,
Remember the commercial
from Super Bowl?
From the Super Bowl.
Yeah, it was good.
Actually, that was a really good commercial. I agree. Where she was running, and even she started running from her mama in the kitchen.
So you ain't getting this flag, mama.
Right. Whoa.
Uh-oh. Did you drop something?
No.
No. What was that?
Uh-oh.
I know, right?
Spy. Michael Jordan is celebrating his upcoming 60th birthday with a generous gift. He is donating $10 million to the Make-A-Wish Foundation. It is the largest donation the organization has ever received from one person. Jordan has granted hundreds of wishes to children and remains one of the most requested celebrity wish granters. His birthday is tomorrow.
Oh, happy birthday, MJ.
60
years old, right? Man.
Oh, my goodness. I wonder, does he still have it?
I think he does.
I wonder how often does he hoop?
Yeah, right? Probably gets out there. I don't know.
That's yeah, because I mean we don't see it.
Yeah.
But you wonder, like, can he still
Still
hoop?
got it. Yeah.
Wow.
I'd love to see that.
All right.
So this is making Chicago proud.
Yeah, 3 pediatric patients were surprised with a trip of a lifetime yesterday. Look at that. Advocate Children's Hospital patients, along with the Chicago Cubs, are sending the kids and their families to spring training. Daniela Castro is among those headed to Arizona. She's a teenage leukemia patient who developed a love of the Cubs while undergoing treatment.
I did not know I was coming here today. I thought I was maybe getting like a tour when I got here, but I'm very excited to go to Arizona. I got family over there, so I'm sure we'll maybe visit.
It'll be a family affair. These pediatric patients say they're excited to spend 3 days getting the VIP treatment in Arizona, as they should be.
Yes, exactly. Her grown self. Sounded like an adult.
Right? I was like, she's 13.
13? I know.
Impressive.
Yeah, right now we're going to link up with everybody that's watching Good Morning America. Tanya Babbage is here. She'll have a news update on TV. You'll see it here, too, in just a bit.
And when we come back, more on the event celebrating Step It.
Now, an update from ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Good morning. It is 7:23. I'm Tanya Babbage. The father of the accused Highland Park parade shooter goes before a judge today. Robert Cremo Jr. is expected to enter a plea. Yesterday, a grand jury formally indicted him on 7 counts of reckless conduct. Prosecutors in Lake County, Illinois, say he should be held responsible for helping his son, Robert Cremo III, to get a gun license, even though Cremo III had threatened violence in the past. That suspect, the suspected gunman in the Highland Park tragedy that left 7 people dead, is still in custody. Of course, an attorney for the elder Cremo has called the accusations against his client baseless. Let's get a check of the ABC 7 AccuWeather forecast. Here's meteorologist Tracy Butler.
Tanya, this precipitation is closing in on the area, getting reports of everything from freezing rain to mainly some rain across some of the southern suburbs, some sleet being reported at Midway. And right here in the city, in fact, I have seen some sleet as well as a little bit of rain off to the north near the Wisconsin line. It's all snow for you from Antioch right over through Hebron and into southern Wisconsin. Temperatures are mainly in the mid-30s across much of the area. These winds are going to continue to pick up throughout the day, too. More impact for our afternoon evening rush today. Take a break, Roz, after this.
Now's the time for a healthy start. So let's move. Let's rest and recharge. And put our health first. Let's be well. To do that, let's eat well. Breathe deep. Find joy in the little moments. And do what we love with who we love. Together, let's live well. Advocate Aurora Health.
Welcome back, everybody. Our travel times are averaging about 40 minutes heading in, which isn't too terrible for this time in the morning, but we've had several crashes because of this moving precipitation throughout the area, and it is causing delays. Here's our White Sox camera. You can see the pavement's wet and traffic really slow starting at 31st, but outbound on the Ryan have a crash at 73rd, and that is causing major delays. We also have one outbound on the Kennedy at Canfield, and we've got one inbound on the Edens past Tower that's still causing delays.
Welcome back, everybody. Time now 7:27. It is an AccuWeather alert day. Tracy will be back to tell us a little bit about a mix of rain and snow headed our way. Well, this Black History Month, a celebration of an African-American art form made famous by Chicagoans.
Yesterday at Southland College Prep, Step In took center stage.
Oh, this Step-In. It's so many different Step-Ins.
Yeah.
Stepping incorporates smooth rhythms and complex footwork. It's become a competitive dance in middle, high school, and even colleges. This weekend, the Harvey Markham Kappa League will compete against teams from Carroll Stream all the way to Indianapolis. The Kappa League is a youth initiative of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated.
They look good, too.
Oh, and they got the canes
and everything.
See, now these new Kappas, they don't do the canes as much.
Oh, really?
Oh, no, that's like an older
school
thing. Yeah, my mother's first husband was a Kappa.
Oh, yeah?
And so, yeah, we still have, well, pictures and thoughts of George's cane and everything. But, yeah, when you go to these current step shows, you don't see, they shimmy. The new ones shimmy.
Oh, so it's more dance.
Yes.
Is it a little more dancey?
Yeah, it's changed.
Yeah.
It's definitely changed. But it's good to see that the young ones are bringing the canes back.
Keeping the tradition alive.
I would do it, but I don't know if I'll get in trouble with the Greeks.
Oh, yeah, let me stop too then.
No, well.
Well, what do you mean? Is there a certain way to do it?
Yeah, the Kappas do this with their shoulders. Like, that's the new ones do a little.
Like a shoulder
Yeah.
shimmy.
Trey Ward's a Kappa.
Is he?
He'll show
we gotta
us.
bring him in.
Yes.
Show us what y'all do, man. Still a stream this morning.
Part of that
Our first look at the new Little Mermaid, including Melissa McCarthy as Ursula.
Ooh.
watching ABC 7 Eyewitness News at 7, streaming live now.
All right, bottom of the hour now at 7:30. Let's take a look at the stories that we're watching for you right now. The I-Team is tracking the work of federal law enforcement agents. They're looking for a motive in the MSU attack. Investigators are now digging into the suspect's social media accounts. He's been linked to a fascination with exorcism. A nonpartisan think tank focused on extremism is also analyzing his digital footprint. Their report suggests he may have been influenced by a perceived war with demons. Authorities say they're still searching for an exact motive, and we're expecting an update at about 9 o'clock this morning, Chicago time.
Today, the father of the accused Highland Park parade shooter will face a judge at the Lake County Courthouse in Waukegan. Yesterday, a grand jury indicted Robert Cremo Jr. on 7 counts of reckless conduct. He's expected to enter a plea today. Cremo is accused of sponsoring the state gun ownership application of his son, Robert Cremo III, despite allegedly knowing he had threatened to kill himself and his family.
The Chicago Bears are closer to moving to the suburbs. The team is closed on a deal to buy Arlington Park. The Bears still need to secure public money before making things final. Mayor Lightfoot's office says now that the deal has closed, they have a better opportunity to negotiate to keep the team here. It's an interesting response.
It is interesting. Yeah,
right.
We shall see. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. I'm Val Warner.
Yep, and I'm Terrell Brown. It's an AccuWeather alert day. Want to get right to Tracy. Outside we go right now. It's not a whole lot going downtown, Tracy, but we are starting to see some of this in parts of the area right now.
Yeah, we sure are. And again, all along, we've been highlighting how more of the afternoon evening commute would probably be impacted. So this is kind of a round one, if you will. This is going to continue to lift northward into the city. Naperville right now, out toward Plano, getting reports of some sleet that is falling there, and at times it's mixed with some snow flurries, and we're going to see so much fluctuation in the precipitation type here this morning. Right here in the city, we had some flurries, we had some sleet pellets, and now we're getting some rain showers, kind of a cold rain, but up across the state line, it is all snow up that direction. Right now, those temperatures, mid-30s. Roz?
We're looking at travel times 40 to 45 minutes on the interior expressways. The Kennedy is a little bit more than 45 minutes. There's our camera showing you all that congestion right around the North Avenue curve. We've had a couple of crashes. This one is still causing delays in Evanston. Main Street remains closed between Sheridan Road and Michigan Avenue for an ongoing investigation. And Evanston police say that this will continue, this closure, through the morning rush period. I want to take a look at one of our tollway cameras. Here's the Tri-State right around Archer Avenue in that work zone approaching the Stevenson. We are seeing delays there. No precip yet, but it has been scattered in certain areas. Val and Terrell, and that's why we're seeing crashes scattered throughout the area as well.
All right, Ross, please keep us posted. Thank you. I want to get to what we're talking about today, and this morning, movie fans are remembering Raquel Welch.
The Chicago-born superstar has died at the age of 82, and ABC's Will Gans has a look at her long and illustrious career.
Introducing the fabulous Raquel Welch, the sensational star discovery of this or any other year.
Raquel Welch, one of Empire's 100 sexiest stars in film history, took the world by storm in 1966's 1 Million Years BC.
I knew I wasn't her, you know, the lady in the doe-skin bikini. Right. Yeah, but at the same time, everybody else thought that I was her.
This morning, Hollywood paying tribute to the late legend, whose career spanned more than 5 decades. Legally Blonde in 2001.
Well, she was sitting next to the pool, topless.
Reese Witherspoon writing she was elegant, professional, and glamorous beyond belief. Simply stunning. Sabrina the Teenage Witch in 1996.
I think someone needs a little trip to the Hall of Gratuitous Praise.
Sabrina co-star Paul Feig tweeting, "We've lost a true icon." The Muppets Twitter account saying in part, "Raquel could do it all." The Cher Show.
Say it again.
Broadway.
As hot, baby.
And in 2010, she published an autobiography titled Beyond the Cleavage.
That's why I wrote the book. Exactly. And precisely because of the image that I've had, which was an inanimate object and a symbol, a thing. And that person, that Raquel Welch sex symbol lady, whoever she is, she didn't have a voice.
Born Jo Raquel Tejada in Chicago in 1940, Welch first graced TV screens as a weather person. In the early 60s, she had small roles in Roustabout alongside Elvis. She'd go on to win a Golden Globe for Best Actress in 1974 for The Three Musketeers. And she was a scene-stealing guest star in the 1997 season finale of Seinfeld.
Aren't you Raquel Welch? You know who I am.
Will Gans, ABC News, New York.
Wow.
Beautiful, beautiful person. Long career, too. Some
50
of the things,
years.
Yeah.
I forgot she was in Legally Blonde.
Yeah.
I forgot that too. Yeah. Yeah. And even in Seinfeld, in that episode that we saw her in. Yeah, right? Certainly a legend in many, many ways and will be missed.
Absolutely. Next to wishing to be part of that world, yes, we're getting a fresh look at, now, is it Halle?
Or Haley.
Or Haley Bailey.
I want to say Halle.
Halle
because
Bailey?
it's spelled like Halle.
Yeah.
Halle Berry.
Right. Don't get me confused anymore.
That's a big tongue twister.
And our first look of Melissa McCarthy as Ursula. Let's take a look.
Wish I could be part of that
Melissa McCarthy. That's who that was. Peering over one of those octopus legs with that laugh. I think it is Halle Bailey.
Halle Bailey. That sounds right.
I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
Did you see Prince Eric?
I did not. Was he in there?
Yes, there was a brief glimpse of him and Halle Bailey. I think gonna have a little smooch.
Oh yeah.
That was Prince Eric.
Okay,
yeah,
gotcha.
it was in there, and then of course Melissa McCarthy at the end with her little octopus leg. Yeah, McCarthy, of course, from Plainfield. I have never met her and have always wanted to. Yes.
She seems like she's so cool.
Yeah, we've always, I remember in our meetings for Windy City Live, we always said we want to get Melissa McCarthy. In the 10 years, we never got her.
Never got her. Yeah.
Never got her.
But you had Jenny.
Yes.
Oh, was that?
I was off that day, yes. Ryan definitely had Jenny McCarthy here.
Yeah.
Remember?
How are they related?
Cousins.
Cousins. Okay,
Yeah.
got it. Okay, got it.
Cousins.
All right, so
I forgot about that.
Yeah, right. I actually remember that day. So we're less than 100 days away from the new version of The Little Mermaid hitting theaters. It's coming up in May, and Disney is the parent company of ABC7, and Disney released that new trailer. So cool, we'll see.
And it's getting a lot of buzz. So
It is, yeah. I want to get to creative goodness, courtesy of the only remaining Blockbuster on Earth.
Yeah, the last Blockbuster store is in Bend, Oregon, and they have all the classics. Movies, candy, swag. Now sales are way up after they posted an ad during the Super Bowl featuring a mechanical cockroach. Let's take a look at this.
When the world ends and the internet streams no more, we'll still be here.
Hey, Steve.
I didn't even see that one.
I didn't either.
Yeah, I was apparently online, not on TV.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, that's a good one.
It is a good one.
The management says the buzz around that ad has pushed merchandise sales up 300%.
So is that from folks in Bend, Oregon, or are people traveling there to check it out since it's the only?
Yeah, it's all online.
Oh, it's all online?
All online, yeah.
I didn't even know there was one that existed.
I mean, I thought they were all gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how do you do that online? Like, how do you get
You
the?
even rent, I guess it's the swag.
Oh, so they
It's
mail.
like Blockbuster swag.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know either, but yeah, I'm guessing. ABC7 Eyewitness News streaming out loud this morning. We'll take a quick break. We're back with more in 90 seconds.
Good morning to you. Well, around the Chicago area right now, getting reports of what the Weather Service refers to as snizzle. Yeah, snow and drizzle, even here in the city at this very moment. More of a cold rain we've had across some of the far southern suburbs, but it's not enough to really perch the umbrella, but just enough to be annoying. That's what we're getting around the area this morning. Farther to the north, near the state line, up in southern Wisconsin, it's primarily been all snow. 30 right now in Woodstock, where I've heard some reports of some snow up that way. 33 in Aurora, 36 in Gary, and 35 degrees right now in Valparaiso. The afternoon evening commute is going to be more significantly impacted. I think the precipitation will become more widespread by then. I think much of it is going to be all snow by then, as our temperatures do continue to fall. Then tomorrow we are going to follow this up with a bright and brisk day. Highs only in the 20s. But for today, we are still referring to this as an AccuWeather alert day. What happens this morning? We have precipitation in the area at this very moment. Ross?
We're looking at travel times anywhere from 40 to 50 minutes, maybe even a little more than that on the inbound Kennedy. That has our highest travel time. Northbound Tri-State is still very slow through that work zone, approaching the Stevenson starting at about 111th. And we've got a couple of new crashes to tell you about. One is northbound on I-55, approaching Veterans Parkway. That just happened. Looks like a disabled vehicle partially blocking a lane. And then we've got a crash in Carroll Stream at County Farm and North Avenue. Please be careful at that intersection and just be aware of your surroundings with these changing weather conditions today. Yeah. Val and Terrell.
No idea. All right, Ross, thank you so much. Want to get to the most common laundry fails. I got some, according to a recent poll. So the poll looked at 2,000 people and the most common laundry fails.
Okay, here's a look at the top list. Leaving a tissue in the pocket and it disintegrates in the wash.
Done that.
We've all done that. Leaving one dark item in with your whites. Oh, that's the worst.
Yep.
And it ruins stuff. Runs off and ruins stuff. Leaving loose change in your pocket so it rattles around the jar. I don't mind that so much.
Yeah.
The first two, I don't like.
All the time. Yeah.
Forgetting to put clean clothes in the dryer, so you have to wash them again.
Ooh, when they go sour.
Oh, I see. Leave them in the washer too long.
Yep,
You
I've done
fall
it.
asleep or you put them in at night. Yeah.
I did that yesterday.
Yeah, and then they do get mildewy real quick.
Snap.
Cramming too much stuff into the wash so it doesn't get clean enough. And shrinking stuff by washing it on the wrong setting. Now, are you the type that does cold or hot?
I do hot for the whites and then cold for the
So you do remember to switch it. You don't just leave it on warm for both.
Nah. Do you?
Well, I don't do the laundry anymore.
Who does it?
Got a man.
Hello. So does he do it?
Loves it.
Really? Does he do it and then like fold it?
Yes. I have not done the laundry.
You better stay with that man for the rest of your life.
Yeah, that's his jam. As a matter of fact, really prefers it.
I can see where it's cathartic, right? Like it's just one of those things.
And washes all the time.
Yeah.
And he and Max have
sweaty
athletic clothes all the time. So they're always, he's always washing. So
good for him.
Yeah.
Man, he gets 2 more cool points. Yeah. That's awesome.
Now I cook.
Right. Okay.
So
okay. There it is. Yeah.
There's a trade-off.
Putting detergent or bleach in the wrong compartment, and then staining clothes because of a dirty or rusty washing machine. Or how about bleaching clothes, right? Like you put bleach in with colored clothes.
Inside out.
Leaving gadgets in the pocket. Who's talking right now? I hear something. Anyway, leaving gadgets in pockets like AirPods or your phone or a pen. There it is right there. Leaving pens in the pockets.
Yeah. I have not done that though.
It's not on the list.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but I've definitely, you said you haven't done that?
No, not the pen, but I've washed the AirPod.
Oh.
Yeah, well, not, an AirPod has been in the washing
pocket.
machine.
Yeah.
And you're like, is that gonna,
is it gonna work?
Right, because some of them are supposed to be water
resistant,
water resistant, yeah. So I'm trying to think what happened because it was Max's. I don't even remember. But yeah, that's definitely happened. So I think I've
got just about everything on the list.
Yeah.
And where the hell did those socks go? I still don't know. I can't figure out. I'll put 3 pairs of socks in there, and one of those socks does the washing machine eat it? I mean, what happens?
It has to be.
Something
it has
happens.
To be, right? There has to be a secret compartment or liner inside of that barrel, right? That somehow the sock manages to get
Slip
into.
in there,
And
right.
you can't take it apart.
Nope.
Nobody's taking apart their washing machine to figure it out. But we are not alone. One day we did that thing too, where we brought in all our single socks.
Yeah.
So then what about this? What if you have like one cute single sock and another cute single sock? Would you ever do?
I sure do.
You would?
I
Good.
sure do.
Why not?
Yeah, exactly. If you got them.
Right.
I wear my socks and my drawers out till ain't nothing. The lining is barely in them before I throw them.
Oh my goodness. And then you buy more and then they stack up in the drawer.
Exactly.
I have so much on. I need to probably throw some out.
Me too. Yep. Still to stream. We're going to meet one of the stars of the new Ant-Man sequel. That's on the way, coming up next.
Today, Ant-Man and the Wasp.
I could not get. I just looked at this word.
Quantumania.
You got it. I couldn't get it yesterday.
Hits theaters. Yeah. Try that 10 times
Right.
fast.
Catherine Newton is a new cast member in the series. She's playing Scott Lang's daughter, Cassie. The actress told Jose Sanders about staking her claim in this crazy Marvel universe.
Momentum, right? Jump tap.
I know how to do it, Dad.
Oh, do you?
Was this as much fun making this film as it seems? It looks like a blast.
It was better than it seems. I laughed every day. I hardly got through a single take because Paul Rudd would make me laugh, and then once you get the giggles, you can't stop. So it's better than you could have imagined.
It's like a satellite for deep space, but quantum.
Wait a minute. You're sending a signal down to the quantum realm. Turn it off. Now!
What was it like working with all these Hollywood legends?
It was so intimidating. First of all, it's like the biggest project of my life, right? And then I have to work with all these legends. Like, give me a break, you know? Like, throw some normal people in there. But no, Paul Rudd, Evangeline Lilly, Michael Douglas, Michelle Pfeiffer, and Jonathan Majors. And that's all you need is people who you think that you believe in to believe in you. So with them, I could do anything.
I just think you should get to have a normal life.
Dad, a guy dressed like a bee tried to kill me in my room when I was 6. I've never had a normal life.
So what would you like to see next for Cassie?
Oh, I would love to see more of Cassie. I'd love to see more of her and her dad saving the world. I have a suit!
Yeah, I noticed.
In this movie, you get to see who she is, what she stands for. But I'd love to see her figure it out a little bit. That'd be nice. You know, not make a mess while trying to help. Don't, like, be the reason we get sucked into the quantum realm. Just be the reason that we got out.
I'm sorry, Cassie.
Jose Sanders, ABC7 Eyewitness News.
This is one I haven't gotten into yet.
The quantum unit, the
Ant-Man and the
Ant-Man and the
Wasp.
Wasp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I'm with you.
Enjoy.
Yes,
if you
let
love
us.
the Marvel Studios. Yes, tell us.
Let
all
us know
about
how it is. Right. Hey, Tracy, I know you got a lot going on. What are you watching now?
Right now, watching a little combination of some sleet and some snow and some rain, and we're going to talk more about it coming up.
A BuzzFeed. No?
Oh, sorry. We could hear that from the control room. We got you, Davis. We're going to do weather. Tracy, what are you watching?
Here's what I'm watching, the radar right now. And we do have kind of a combination platter of some sleet, some snow, some rain. It's just enough to be annoying more than anything else. I have yet to hear of any accumulation up around McHenry right now and near the Wisconsin line. That's where it's primarily been all snow that has been falling. So we're watching this that will be in the area over the next couple of hours. And then I think we actually get a break. The big question is going to be when we start to see some additional precipitation moving in that will have more impact on the afternoon, evening commute today. Temperatures right now 30s. So there you go.
All right. Thank you so much, Tracy.
All right, a BuzzFeed.com poll which rounded up stats on random habits the average American does.
So where are you? Are you over or under on this? So here we go. The average American eats 46 slices of pizza a year. That's only about 4 slices a month. You guys up or down on that one? I think I eat more. Heck yeah.
Less. I was thinking down too.
Less? Okay, well, 75% said they eat less pizza than that, so
yeah.
There you go. Books, reads, 12 to 13 books a year. I wish.
Yeah, me too.
Used to.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I mean, I think I start reading and fall asleep.
Immediately.
Yeah, I can't, especially if it's a slow burn, you can forget about it. 47% claim that they read more books than that.
Interesting.
A year, yeah. So eats 12.7 pounds of ice cream. That's about 1 pint a month.
My husband does.
Yeah?
Does. Glenn loves ice cream, huh?
Yeah. What about you, Trace?
Less.
Less?
Yeah.
I'm much less.
I'm
than
less.
That. If I ate that much ice cream, I would blow the building away. I wouldn't be able to sit here lactose intolerant. 91% said less, so everybody's on that one. Average person only gets 2 pieces of actual mail a month, not counting bills, junk mail, and packages. Oh, that's mail. So 1 to 2 pieces of mail a month.
Oh, I get more.
Much more than that.
Much more.
Yeah.
Well, that's excluding bills, though.
Yeah.
Excluding
and
bills.
Junk.
Okay.
And
what else
packages.
is there?
That's right.
Right.
That's true.
I guess maybe.
Do packages count?
I think it excluded it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I have pen pals. I like old-fashioned letters.
Writing letters?
Right. Do people write you letters
Yep.
too? Okay, so yeah, you absolutely get more.
Yeah.
All right, that's going to do it for us. For Tracy and Roz, I'm Val Warner.
I want to be your pen pal. I'm Terrell Brown. Thanks for watching the news at 7. Tanya Babbage will have a news update. You'll see it right here. Weather and traffic during GMA in just a bit. We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye, everybody.